I've had some pretty insane and memorable moments in 2024. From winning a Cybertruck for my biggest supporter in a Mr. Beast video, collabing with the world's shortest woman, GOT, exploring the most bizarre homes on the planet, helping friends find their true love, 1v1ing an NBA prodigy, opening over $250,000 worth of insane mystery boxes, cooking dinner for strangers alongside one of the president's private chefs, to even being trained by the Harlem Globetrotters. It's safe to say that it's been an absolutely jam-packed year for me. In fact, I had my annual YouTube Rewind video all planned out with all of these fun little moments and achievements from 2024, but something didn't sit right with me. As much as I love the thought of a video remembering these great moments, there was something missing. I felt like it just wasn't a completed story of 2024. But what did I miss? Whoa! Spanish music! It's random on random right now.
What was that? That was a scary loud growl.
I'm telling you, like, hold on.
Bro.
Listen, as you can see, we can't remember the good moments without remembering the terrifying ones. That's why in this video, we'll be talking about 3 of the most terrifying moments of 2024. A rewind that I've never done before. One that will surely change your views on spirits and ghosts. This video is long overdue, but better late than never, right? Let's begin. Starting off strong with number 1, we have one of the most terrifying moments of 2024. That is the time that I went to Gettysburg with Sam and Colby. For those of you who don't know, Gettysburg is a place in Pennsylvania where one of the bloodiest wars took place. We're talking about a war with over 51,000 casualties. That's potentially 51,000 souls that can be roaming this one town. And it all started when I got a text from Sam and Colby asking me if I wanted to join them on this adventure. I'm personally not a big traveler, but for Sam and Colby, I couldn't say no. Sam, Colby, I'm sorry, I love you guys, but I should have said no because of what you guys made me do at the end of this trip. So the video started out pretty normal. Sam and Colby took me to 3 super haunted places in Gettysburg. We're talking places where spirits have been photographed, documented, all that crazy stuff. Whenever I do haunted investigations with Sam and Colby, they are 10 times scarier because of what they've been through. I've seen them do videos that I would never imagine myself ever doing, which is why this trip was questionable to me. Also, not to mention, Sam has a literal spirit attached to him. One thing you should know about me is that I love anything paranormal, investigations, exploring, all that cool stuff, as long as I'm not alone. I need to be people. I will never do anything scary by myself. It probably stems from the Ouija board because back in the day when I used to play, everyone would tell me never to play alone because you could get possessed or like a bunch of other stuff can happen to you. I knew I was going to be doing something alone because as soon as I mentioned I do not want to be doing anything alone, I started to realize by their reactions that something might have already been. I'm not doing anything alone, right?
I thought you said you were staying there literally tonight.
No, that's not happening. Let's all just have a fun time. This is a nice group right here. We'll stick together. We'll have each other's back.
Yeah, we're never gonna leave you alone for sure. The entire video.
So we start the video, we go to these places, and a bunch of terrifying things start happening. We captured a lot on camera, like the things you're about to see right now.
Ooh, that scared me.
Did you see one?
Oh my God. Stop it.
See the ball. No way. James, if you're down.
Yo, wait, what? Has that ever happened? James, are you down here?
We're not gonna be on the side alone.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude, when she was initially talking about like a parrot, whoa! What do you see?
What the Okay.
Oh, you're
I
shy
do not know if I am like freaking out, but I just looked through this mirror on the way over there. I don't know where's that like this thing. Oh, behind this thing?
Yeah.
I swear to God, there was like a little like face that was like
What?
chilling right here.
But in the back of my mind, I was thinking to myself, what do these guys have planned for me? Like, this is Sam and Colby we're talking about. They definitely have something planned. We get to the 3rd house, and this was by far the creepiest. It was an orphanage for children that lost their parents due to the war. I heard a story about the woman in charge of the orphans torturing them, beating them, starving them, and even chaining them in the cellar. As you can see, as soon as I walked in, I was extremely nervous. I have no idea why. The place was creepy, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I've been to a lot worse. But there was something about it that I just was super scared about. I think it might be worth noting what happened in the previous home. We spoke to a spirit named Billy, who was one of the few children to make it out of the orphanage. orphanage. Billy had warned us not to go to this orphanage. Here's some of the footage of that interaction.
Billy, are you still here with us?
Yes.
Billy, were you in the orphanage?
Oh my God. That was so fast. Yes.
Yes.
Billy, will you go back to the orphanage?
No.
Go back.
He doesn't want to
No.
Wait, okay, so does that mean you're not only scared of the orphanage back when you were alive, but you're also scared of it as a spirit? It's dangerous to both humans and spirits.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's
I'm
just
so.
ridiculous.
He recommends we don't go there.
Yeah, I'm with him. No, seriously, like no
I
joke.
Towards the end of the conversation, my beautiful friend Sam asks if they should just send one person to the orphanage.
We just send only one person?
yes.
Yes.
And when Billy answers yes, for whatever reason, everyone just stares at me.
Stop, guys, you're so weird. I'm not. You guys think I'm going to the orphanage alone?
Oh, it's just Billy. He's saying it.
And that's when I realized my demise was soon to come. I kept the joke going by asking Billy if I should really go by myself, and he responded with this.
Billy, do you think I should go to the orphanage by myself? Would you think that's a good idea?
Oh my God, dude!
I then asked if Sam should go by himself, and Billy responded.
Do you think that would be a good idea for Sam to go there by himself?
Watch him be like, nah.
No, there's no way. It's gonna be a yes.
Billy's awesome. He's super intelligent.
Yes. No! There's no way!
Going into the orphanage, all that was playing in my head was how Billy was talking about it. He was terrified of it. Very rarely do you feel fear from a spirit, but it was very clear that Billy was scared of what lurks in the orphanage. So we get in the building and we walk through this church-looking area, and sitting on a counter was this creepy doll gifted to the spirits of the orphanage. But as the note on it reads, something from the cellar destroyed it.
Doll was a gift to the spirits of the orphanage. Something in the cellar destroyed.
What? You just watched.
All signs were telling us to stay away from the cellar. But knowing Sam and Colby, that's exactly where we were headed. And as soon as we made it to the door of the cellar, a man named Tom, who actually lives in the orphanage, gave us a terrifying backstory.
Get down there, first you will see the original stone walls. It's all the original wood beams inside of a barrel similar to the one that's down there. She would fill the barrel with cold water. She would tie their wrists to the side of the barrel. Their legs would grow weary. Children 4 or 5 years old aren't much taller than that barrel. They'd nearly drown. They're standing in their
Oh my God.
So as you heard, the cellar is probably the last place on earth that you want to be. Rumor has it that many children have lost their lives down there, and in gruesome ways too. There's no way that these spirits could possibly be friendly. Not only did children lose their lives down there, but so did many soldiers. And before their deaths, they even attempted to make deals with the devil. It's safe to say that the cellar is filled with pure evil. The time came where I found out if I was going into the cellar by myself or not.
Again, guys, we haven't gone down there because we're saving it for someone to experience alone.
It's not a joke anymore, huh? You guys actually like. I would never in a million years, a billion years, ever do something like this. So just so you guys know how much y'all mean to me, okay?
And as you could see, your boy was going down there alone. The thought wasn't so bad until I realized the only way that I could see is through the tiny screen of a night vision camera. Everything around it pitch black. As I was standing at the top of the staircase, I start to realize the severity of the situation. There was absolutely no going back. Everything started to hit me at once. The darkness, the stories, Billy, the woman who tortured the kids, the deals with the devil. What was I getting myself into? Anybody in the world would have been terrified, including Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Huh?
Then they shut the door behind me.
Holy. Can you guys stay by the door?
Yeah, we'll stay by the door.
Guys, wait, you're closing the door?
Is that okay?
We just wanted to be kind of dark.
We're right here.
Wait, guys, hold on.
I lasted no more than 3 seconds before hearing a noise that sent me right back up the stairs.
Open the door. Hold on. Did you guys like walk?
No.
Did you guys just walk?
No, we've been right here.
Wait, there's footsteps already?
Yes, I do have to
You're
bring it
right.
up.
You're right.
I've pranked you guys in the past, and like this would be the perfect time to prank me back with something going.
We got you back with Whaley. We're not doing it again. We're even. We're even.
The entire scary part of this is that we are not pranking you.
As soon as I got up there, I started accusing everyone of walking, talking, trying to prank me, anything that can get me out of this situation. I don't know why. I was absolutely terrified of being in there. This was literally the closest I've ever been to having a genuine panic attack. I couldn't even form a complete sentence. No one was really taking me serious. Everyone was kind of laughing about it until I told everyone to just be quiet for 1 second so we could hear something. And next thing you know, we hear this gut-wrenching growl. Listen to this.
Wait, please just everyone be quiet. Everyone just be quiet for a second.
Okay.
What was that?
Growl.
That was a scary loud growl.
I'm telling you, like, hold on.
Bro.
And every time I built the courage to go back down there, a new noise was discovered.
That's what is that? I'm telling you guys, it's knocking. It's like, come down. I'm waiting for you.
I'm not even joking. Whatever was down there was actually trying to lure me in. I tried one final time. I didn't want to let Sam and Colby down, but I just realized there was no way I was going to go through with it. I know it might not seem like it when you watch the video, but when you're actually there in person, it's a whole different animal.
Oh my god! Bro.
That is a full-on footstep down there.
That was like they were coming up the steps.
So the next best option, take Amanda the medium down there with me. The amount of times that I actually ran out of the cellar, I can't help but laugh at now. I've never backed down from a paranormal challenge this many times in my life. But finally, Amanda and I made it down.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Right here.
Oh my.
And as we're down there, we hear footsteps, weird noises, creaks.
You're behind me.
I'm right here.
Oh my gosh, did you just breathe?
I read.
Okay. I cannot see anything in front of me. Dude, the EMF just spiked to red.
That's
It
it.
just spiked to red. Okay, that is just way too prominent.
If something's down here with us,
Oh,
can you make a noise?
wait, what are these on the table? Is that like dolls?
Stuffed animals.
And as soon as Amanda turns to record down a dark hallway, something sent us into a panic.
Are there any children? It won't focus down there. Mine turned off. It's okay. It's okay. No, panic.
I'm
Don't
so
panic.
sorry.
Don't
I'm so
panic.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Mine just turned off.
Are you okay?
Can we acknowledge that my camera just shut itself off?
What the fuck?
Okay, I have my for a camera, like a light. Sorry.
You can literally tell how on edge we were. But regardless of that, we kept going. Finally, we made it to the infamous pit.
This is, oh my god, what is to the left? What is that? What is that?
A baby doll?
This must be the pit.
Could you imagine being locked down here alone?
Absolutely not.
Seeing this in person was 100 times scarier than on video. And I still get chills thinking about it to this day. Standing right in front of the pit, I feel something breathe down my neck.
Oh my gosh, I just felt something breathe down my neck. Wait,
Whatever's behind Faye's rug needs to leave.
something's coming down the stairs.
Hello?
I felt like I was going crazy. I was seeing things at every turn. I couldn't tell if I was hallucinating or actually seeing it. Finally, Colby joins us and things start to settle down a little bit.
It's okay. Hello?
Hello, we're over here.
What might have seemed like a safe walk down a dark stairway ended up being something that I would see every time I closed my eyes for the next week. I'm not trolling either, guys. Every time I would go to sleep, the thought of going down there alone is something that I would never want to go through again. I remember getting into the car with Sam and Colby after, and I couldn't even put into words what was going through my head. It was funny because they've been through so much, and I'm sitting here tripping out about going down into a basement. Obviously, before anyone says anything, I wanted to go down by myself. I'm the type of person that likes to overcome my fears, so that's why I tried over and over again to go down by myself. Also, shout out to Sam and Colby for being extremely patient with me and not trying to rush me. This was truly an unforgettable night. That being said, let's move on to moment number 2. For number 2, we have the time we tried speaking to La Llorona. So this all started with a typical dumb FaZe rug idea, wanting to go investigate 3 haunted urban legends in my city at night with my dumb cousin Anthony. So we went to 3 places. the haunted tunnel, the elfin forest, which was actually terrifying. We're going to touch on some of that. And lastly, trying to contact La Llorona. So we started off with the haunted tunnel, and yes, the tunnel is very, very creepy, but on this specific day when we went, nothing too crazy happened. The only crazy thing that happened were like 3 people who came down at night, and it kind of spooked us because usually no one's really at the tunnel.
Man, I hate Wait, there's people.
I swear, I heard people. Wait, legit. There's people in there.
I had my bodyguard go and check it out, but once we realized that it was just 3 people trying to come explore the tunnel, we kind of paid no mind to it. So we got some activity at the tunnel, but nothing too crazy that I need to mention. So we get in the car and we start heading to the next place, which is the Elfin Forest, and this is where things actually started to take a turn. I mean, what happened there, I could never imagine happening in a million years. It's all about the timing of things too. So one of the more creepier parts of this urban legend is that you're driving down this long, scary road. It's very dark. You're surrounded by a lot of trees. You're at a forest. Supposedly, when you're driving, you look in your rearview mirror, you might see headlights coming at you at a high speed. A car is trailing you, causing you to swerve, not knowing what you're doing, maybe hit a tree, go off a ledge, go off a cliff. It sounds crazy. It sounds like something that you'd hear in an urban legend, and it sounds like something that would probably never happen. So we make a turn, we see the Elfin Forest sign, and just a few feet behind it, there is a car flipped upside down, windows shattered, cops all over, and a man standing right in front of it.
But there was a car flipped on its back with 5 cop cars surrounding and it. Ambulances and fire trucks, and it was crazy.
Let me just say that in my 28 years of living, I have never ever seen a car flipped like that, especially in the middle of the night in a dark forest on a road that claims that these things will happen. The odds that this happens are literally 1 in a million. These are the things that actually keep me up at night. Like, I always talk about timing of things. What if I didn't do that video that night and I did it the next day? Would I have seen that? Was that a sign for me to go down that road that night? I don't know, just little things that I think about. It's not like I saw this on the news. It's not like I have a radar that tells me when cars crash. I just so happen to be driving down that road, filming a video talking about the possibility of something like that happening. And there it was, right in front of me. So we get to the actual forest, trying to forget about what we just saw, but both Sherman and I and Noah were shocked.
Oh my God. It just said, oh my God. The witch follows their vehicle in the trailing shadows, invoking complete insanity and sometimes paralysis, then causing the driver to steer his or her car into an oncoming tree, ledge, or cliff. Hold on, can I tell you guys what just happened?
I'll try to lock in on the investigation aspect now. So I pull out an Ovilus, which is a ghost device that spits out words that might correlate to what you're asking. And what? Out of however many words there are in a dictionary, it spits out the word creek.
Creek. There's definitely a creek here in the forest.
And now this is where things are starting to get even crazier. You would think that it can't get crazier than seeing a car flipped upside down. The car being flipped isn't even a reason for this being on my list. Now, you're probably wondering, what does creek have to do with anything? Well, for our last urban legend, La Llorona, we had to go to a body of water. We originally had planned to go to a lake, but it was late at night, and when we checked it, it was closed. We then thought to go to a beach, but we checked it on maps, and the nearest beach was an hour away. Our next option was a river, but I've never personally seen a river in San Diego. Now, I know this might sound dumb, but I just thought that maybe we should get in the car and just drive around. I don't know about you guys, but I've never been to a creek before. I don't know what they look like. I don't know where to find them, but I probably just read it in a book or something. And lo and behold, we're driving not even for 5 minutes, and we stumble upon a sign that literally says creek. We also drive past a sign that says the word drown. And if you're wondering how that has any correlation to the story, earlier when we were using the Ovilus, it also said the word drown.
If there's anything in the Elfin Forest, like the legend of the White Witch, I'm very sorry about your family that was killed by a group of random people. We're just here to come talk to you and get some answers. We have 2 pieces of equipment out. If you can come up to the red dot set on the floor to let us know you're here, or you could speak to us through the Ovilus.
Yes.
Drown? Drown? Wait, do you not understand what the next urban legend is that we're gonna do?
So now we have the 2 words, creek and drown, not even a mile away from the elfin forest where we just were, in which the Ovulus both spit out. Crazy enough, we get to the creek, we find parking, and we get down. So we found a body of water because in order to summon La Llorona, it said that if you go to a big body of water, then there's a higher chance you can connect with her. Now, the story of La Llorona is very, very creepy. Creepy. Now, I don't want to get too in detail about it. For those who know about it, know how gruesome it is, but I will tell you this much. It was about a woman who got cheated on by her husband, and she was very, very heartbroken about it. So she decided to take her kids to a nearby river, and they were never seen again. So you can put the pieces together. I don't know why, but my cousin Anthony was just not into this legend. He was very skeptical about it, and he honestly didn't even want to do it. He just thought that there was no way that any of these things could be true. I don't know how that... Okay, see,
oh, sorry.
You're taking this as a joke.
I'm not. I just wanted to see like how it would sound.
Okay.
I don't believe in this one. I feel like La Llorona, she's not real. Oh, hell no. Oh, Brian, wait.
But nonetheless, I still decided to do it because it was my video and Anthony had no choice. And I also have a large Hispanic fan base, and every time I meet you guys in public, a lot of the times you guys ask me to look into La Llorona and tell me the story, and I get absolutely terrified. So we're finally there. We have a bunch of ghost equipment set up. It literally felt like a fever dream. I just never thought I would be at a creek in the middle of the night trying to call out for La Llorona. Now, one part of this legend that sticks out to me is that if you hear a scream and it sounds like it's far away, that means La Llorona is close. And if you hear a scream that sounds close, that means she's far. I don't know who came up with this, but it just sounds unbelievable. Like, what are the odds that we're actually gonna hear a scream? Well, we did.
When you hear the screaming from far away... Nope.
Stop.
No.
Okay, it's a dog. Not the kind of scream that you'd imagine, though. It was actually a coyote scream, which I didn't think anything of. I just thought it was a coyote screaming. Until Anthony pointed it out, the person who actually didn't even believe in this or want to be there, he started connecting the dots. And that's when it started to make so much sense.
Bro, come on. You're obviously not going to hear an actual lady screaming.
I mean, that's just what the legend says.
Yeah, but the fact that a dog far away just started screaming.
If you guys didn't know, spirits are actually known to be able to shapeshift. They can shapeshift into a doll. They can shapeshift into a human. They can even shapeshift into a coyote. Now, let me put this in perspective for you. We've been out and about for 6 hours. We've been to the tunnel. We've been in the forest. You name it. Coyote territory. But we didn't hear not one of them. We didn't hear a bird. We didn't hear a frog. We didn't hear anything rustling in the bushes. We didn't hear a damn thing until I mentioned the scream. I mentioned a scream. Not even 5 minutes later, a coyote starts screaming. Are you telling me that that's a coincidence? And just last night, I was going through comments and someone pointed out that the Ovulus said the word shift at the forest, and that completely went over my head. Shift? Shapeshift? How?
Are you shy? He's talking when Boo Buddy was out.
Oh, Boo Buddy
Turn
was
around
the
now.
trigger option.
Awesome.
Right when we said Boo Buddy, he started spitting out words.
If that's not crazy enough for you guys, I understand. But let's move on to something even crazier that I think will actually keep you guys up at night. I'm talking about the spirit box, which is a piece of ghost equipment that you can really communicate with spirits. It channels through a bunch of radio stations at a very high speed. And very few times you can hear words or even sentences that correlate to what you're saying. And that is exactly what happened in the next part of this video. As soon as I turned on the spirit box, right away, Spanish music starts to play. We're gonna turn on this spirit box where you can communicate with us if there's anything you want to say.
Good.
It says pushed.
Oh, hell no. Oh, Brian, wait.
Spanish music. It's random on random right now. Wait, I can't feel my body right now. Mind you, you guys can go back to all of my investigation videos. I don't think there's ever been a time where I turn on that spirit box and Spanish music starts playing. Let alone throughout the entire investigation, I don't think one word of Spanish comes out of the spirit box. Not only was it random Spanish music playing, it was actually the translation of the song of what it was actually saying. And it wasn't until I uploaded the video and started reading comments, you guys actually started translating the lyrics. What I read almost made me throw my phone across the room. I was mortified. So it was a heartbreak song. To start off, We all know La Llorona got her heart broken by her husband cheating on her. And the specific words that it said in that moment was, on my way to madness. You get cheated on, emotions are flaring, you go mad, you do unimaginable things. In this case, she did something that no one in the world should ever do when they get mad. It doesn't take a detective to put together the music that's playing through the spirit box and the actual story that we're trying to debunk of La Llorona. The spirit box even goes as far as calling me a pendejo. I am not a pendejo. In Spanish.
I heard that too.
Words can't even describe how I felt, not only in the moment, but once I uploaded the video and started reading the comments, did it not hit me how crazy these coincident were. The fact that I stayed for as long as I did after seeing all these signs, words on the obelisk telling us to go to the ledge, seeing the word pushed as if we were going to get pushed into the creek, hearing the coyote scream, I definitely overstayed and I need to be more cautious next time. Every time I rewatch this video, I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, yo, bro, just leave. But I do it all for you guys and I will continue doing so until I'm physically not able to do it anymore. Okay, now let's move on to the third story, which is actually the scariest thing that's ever happened to me while doing an investigation. Ending off with probably one of the scariest moments, not only in 2024, but my entire life, is the investigation at my cousin Sherman's house. I've done many investigations at people's houses, like my mom's house, my brother's house, our old childhood home, even a supporter's house. I've been through it all. Something that you guys probably don't know about me, going into these investigations, I am absolutely terrified.
That's what I'm telling you guys, it's knocking. It's like, come down.
Spanish music. It's random on random right now. Okay, you guys probably actually do know. I try my best not to seem scared in these investigations. You guys might even see me cracking jokes, and there's a reason for that. I don't want a spirit to think that I'm scared. When you're speaking to a spirit, you want to make it known that you're in control. You guys might not know this, but there's a saying that a spirit likes to take advantage of a scared soul. We're talking about possessions, playing a bunch of tricks on you, and in general, just putting you and the people around you in harm's way. So that's why you'll always see me try to crack jokes and lighten up the mood. And 99% of the time, there's a backstory to A, why the spirit might be haunting the home, B, the spirit's personality. Are they touchy? Are they shy? Are they nervous? And C, anything and everything that has happened since the victim started realizing it. Now, with all of this information, I'm usually pretty comfortable with the investigation. But when I heard what was happening at my cousin Sherman's house, it didn't really register how bizarre and crazy these things were. I don't know if it's just because he's my cousin and I'm very comfortable around him, but it was insane. For example, he had TVs turning on in the middle of the night, full blast static, a mysterious carbon monoxide leak that led to firefighters rushing to his house at 3 a.m. to evacuate him and his girlfriend.
Guys, so we just woke up to the fire alarm going off, and me and Leslie were literally fully asleep. I don't know if you guys can even tell, it's like 3 a.m. right now, and it just starts beeping super loud.
And if you guys didn't know, carbon monoxide is the leading cause of poison deaths in the United States. It is odorless, colorless, making it impossible to detect. 1 second you're fine, and the next second you're gone. He's also heard weird noises like footsteps, creaks, whispers, you name it. I mean, the guy had a closet mirror randomly falling in the middle of the night, completely shattering, as you could see here. But for some reason, when he asked me to come and investigate, I agreed without a second thought. I remember that night, I was packing my ghost equipment, and the reality of the situation started to hit me. All these things he was telling me could possibly happen to me tonight. But how much of it can really happen tonight? There's only one way to find out. I headed over. I remember as soon as I got there, I was feeling extremely happy. I was excited. I was trying to crack jokes to lighten up the mood. But for some reason, I felt something come over me. I felt like a dark presence was around, but I tried to brush it off my shoulder. I know there's probably some people out there that don't know what I'm talking about and don't know what that feeling is like, but I do know there's some people out there that do know what I'm talking about. It's just a weird feeling where you know something's gonna go wrong. Guys, if you watch closely, you could probably even see it in my face. So we started off with a simple introduction to get a feel for the spirit or spirits, depending on how many there are. Listen, I do want to start with something simple. This is a dead bell. I've used it in 1 or 2 investigations, but this actually doesn't only go off by physical touch like that. It also acts as an EMF meter. So depending on the energy from the spirit, they can actually trigger this to go off. So yeah, we have a dead bell sitting on the table and we're kind of just trying to conversate. I started talking about how I had a witch come to my house and tell me that I had a spirit attached to me, and supposedly she cleansed me of that spirit. At least that's what I thought. But as soon as I said the words, she got rid of the spirit, boom, the bell goes off. If you guys didn't know, I also have a spirit attached to me, confirmed by Patty Negri, who came to my house. She's a good witch. Not only are we trying to communicate with the spirits in Anthony's house, but depending on what came with me from my house, what's attached to me.
This is kind of like a club for
a giant mix.
Yes.
What I heard is I had a Ouija board spirit attached to me. His name was Baldar. Patty claimed that she got rid of that spirit because it wasn't the
Yo.
I remember thinking, is the spirit trying to tell me that it's still here with me? My cousin even said that.
It's literally telling you it didn't get rid of me.
Oh my god, that
It confirmed
it.
back to back.
Confirmation ring. In that moment, I started to realize what kind of night this was going to be. After that, we tried asking a few more questions to the spirit, but nothing. Some of you guys might know this, some of you guys might not, but there are some speculations that this spirit is trying to get rid of Anthony's girlfriend, Leslie. There's a lot of evidence supporting that, but instead of me telling you guys, I'll just show you what happened literally 5 minutes later. I think Leslie has to...
As soon as you say my name.
Oh my god, it wants Leslie.
Leslie, it wants you.
Oh my god. So backstory really quick. I don't know if you guys know. The last investigation that we did, the Red Book basically told me that they want to kick me out of this house. They don't want me in this house.
So I basically told it like, no, Leslie is not leaving this house. And I flipped to a random page through a Red Book. And the part of the book that I basically pointed at said, fine, I have an unwanted guest in my house. There's nothing I can do about it.
So keep that in mind throughout the video. After that, the bell went off a few more times, but nothing too notable. So we decided to use a different device called the Ovulus, but this time in a different area of the house. So guys, this is an Ovulus right here. It acts as so many different devices in one, but my favorite feature from it is the dictionary feature. So it's pretty much like a spirit box where it spits out words, but they're actually clear from the dictionary. So if it makes sense to what we're asking, then we're getting some answers. So I always like to switch devices, switch locations, so I can give the spirit a ton of different ways to make its presence known. The Ovulus spit out a bunch of words, but the one that made the most sense was bar.
Entertain our guests, please. Just show them.
Bar and alone. I thought that was the spirit telling me that it wants me to put the dead bell on the bar. So that's exactly what I did. So guys, I'm gonna just leave it here. Anthony, where's a good spot? Just dead center right here? So as I'm walking back to the room, everyone starts freaking out and I'm asking them what happened. And they showed me that the Ovulus said the word leg.
Wait, what?
What?
Unholy?
What? What?
Oh, what? Leg!
And remember how I told you guys to pay attention to the spirit's attraction to Leslie? Well, leg is actually Leslie's initials. Leslie E. Guerrero.
It said unholy. It's listen. It says unholy. Then it says leg. Leslie's initials is Leslie E. Guerrero.
Oh my god.
No, it was Leslie. And at this moment, I was already feeling a little weird, even though nothing crazy has happened yet. I know it sounds crazy. You guys might be saying, headed up to the master bedroom where the carbon monoxide catastrophe took place. I had a lot of things planned for that, specifically focus on the device that I set up facing the hallway, the music box, which is a sensor activated device that plays a specific tune when it detects motion in front of it. As soon as the camera turns away from the box, it goes off. We brought the REM pod back up here.
Hey, stop laughing.
Oh my